Yes, it is. What are you talking about? We're live? What? What is this thing?
Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC. All right. And greetings, everybody. This is Les.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Les and Jack,
Yeah.
where we interpret some news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because it's one of those days.
It is. Let's see if I can't get this fixed right again, because I guess
What are you trying to
voice
fix?
mod was what the
Here.
cause of the problem seemed to be. And while it was working, we weren't going out where we were supposed to be going. So I don't know.
Where'd you go to?
No, it just my mics weren't working. Nothing was working.
Well, yeah, it happens.
Nothing was working with voice mod. I don't know why. So voice mod is now back up. I'm going to try and switch these settings back and just see if they work. So just bear with me a second.
You're gonna do things.
I'm gonna do bad things. That's right. So let's see. It's got the right settings there. So let me see if I go back over here, if this actually works. So just bear with me. If I go blank for a second, you'll know why. You'll know why. Hang on. Let's see. Voice mod. There we go. So you got me here still. So let me switch the other one back over.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. All right. So everything seems to be working there. So that's good. We're back.
Yay.
And what are our comments already? Hidden voice mod, mic exclusive mode is more of a problem than a solution. Just don't enable that. Yeah, I don't have anything that's mic exclusive. When I shut off my system at night, my main screen actually, for some reason, goes dead, and it pushes everything over to another screen and kills all my audio for some reason. So every morning I get up, I've got to restart all my audio.
That's your problem right there. Shutting down your system at night.
Well, when I shut down my system at night, the PCs don't go down, just the monitors. And for some reason, my main monitor does something that just says, there ain't nothing there, move everything everywhere, and it breaks audio every night. So every day I got to restart my audio. No, it's all virtual.
Built-in speakers on it?
All virtual. Oh, what? I'm using HDMI, so I mean that's got, it's got to do with the virtual stuff, the voice mod and the voice meter, because most of my connections. So yeah.
Be thankful you're not Chris. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, right. But anyway, welcome to today's show. Running just a slight bit late and screwed up the whole intro. I guess I got to go out here and do my morning retweets because I threw my whole damn schedule off today. So it is Taco Tuesday, and we are back. We stopped yesterday on patch notes, release notes that we still haven't fully covered. But we've got
Yeah.
some other updates. Yeah, no shit, dough. Giveaway is open for the raffle! Exclamation! I love free shit. Make sure you're in on the action. So Jack,
Oh,
you've been awfully busy over there, tippity tapping away today.
there, my giveaway's open, dude. No one can do things without me. It appears. And I did just catch some of Lily's hair that I am doing weird things with and then throwing on the ground. So that
Gonna
way
make yourself
there's
another
even more
cat.
hair on the ground. Yeah. Oh man, I need to vacuum my floor so bad. I also need to replace the carpet and everything else just because I hate carpet. It's like just give me wood or tile floors throughout the house and then throw a runner on it or something like that. And I do know that that makes the house extra echoey, but for some things that's good. Other things it's
That's
bad.
right. It makes floor cleaning a whole lot easier. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, especially when a cat hair ball. Like what's really funny is like the other day, Lily decided to give up one of her hairballs right next to the trash can. Um,
Lucky it
yeah.
wasn't on your bed.
Oh, she's done that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well.
but that's easy to. It's called wash the bedding, and then that's done. Yeah, just carpet the
Yeah.
walls like a strip club.
Picking it up off the floor is a whole different story. That's for sure.
Yeah, picking it out of carpet so much worse.
Yes.
Okay, so are you ready to go to the Tweeterverse because something really bad happened last night?
Oh, let's go. Let's get out there. Where are we starting?
Yeah,
7, 8 hours ago? 8, 9
13
hours
hours ago.
ago? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours
13
ago.
hours ago. We're aware the server is down. Appears some same power supply issue as last time. I'm headed to the data center now to replace the power supply. ETA approximately 45 to 60 minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
I will.
Wasn't the server supposed to be replaced?
Yes, this is like the third, and you all saw me sitting there while he was saying that with my 3 fingers up. This is the third time that he's mentioned that this is a problem with a box that supposedly was going to be replaced. And again, now the power supply was replaced. Now, funny
Well,
story for anybody who is.
it actually gets much worse if as
Well,
we go through these tweets.
stop,
But
stop,
yeah,
stop, 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 stop. Funny story for anybody who was watching on Friday's stream. Friday's stream, Chris apologized for his positioning on camera because he was moved over a little bit because the box that he has that he's working on tends to disconnect. So he had it turned on its side, and it seems to be okay that way. And he says, I think I'm going to take this box and put it down at the server room and make it a backup server. And I'm like, so a box that's screwed up, that's not working, that causes you to crash, you're going to take and put down? Really? Come on, dude. You know, I know he's waiting on it. I know he's waiting on a chip for his new PC because everything's back ordered. But listen, let's just get you. You should. Well, maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Maybe he's waiting on the CPU for that machine. But I thought the machine he had was ready to rock and roll, and all he had to do is go swap it out. But yeah, apparently not.
yeah.
So, moving right along, let's go ahead.
Moving right along, 2 shiny new 1400 watt power supplies installed and tested now. Running some quick tests and then should have things back up. And I was actually like zooming in on these pictures earlier, trying to see if they actually had their manufacturer date on them. I did not
Did
see
you?
it.
Should be there someplace.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure that I could actually like just Google the RMA for the serial number or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
um, and do some additional things. But no, I did not do that. But because those do not look like brand new power supplies to me.
It doesn't look like any power supply I've seen recently. That's for sure. They're awful,
Well,
awful oddly shaped, but these
well,
are different.
they are rack mounted server power supplies, dude.
Well, again, these are different configurations, is what I was just about to say. So
Yeah.
yes,
And the reason
and
I say that is that they
you're
don't look
assuming it's
brand
all
new.
rack mounted. You're assuming it's all rack mounted.
Yeah. But yeah.
Never assume.
Well, we do know that way back in the day, all their internal dev servers were all desktops.
And
Um,
yeah, you know what? Yeah, while you're reading the next one, let me go and see if I can't find my $7 million setup from, and we'll play that video here in just a second.
yeah. Update is no fun. Grandpa server actually died this time in a bad way. Working on a solution, but all take time. Oh,
You
man.
think?
10 hours ago.
Anyway,
Getting close. Have the server up in another box. Just dealing with firewall and router fun now.
mm.
Um, and then 9 hours ago. And we're back on a totally new box. Sorry, that took longer than I expected. 9 hours ago. Might have spoken too soon. Could get in, but then got disconnected shortly after. Huh. We're getting a bunch of lost authentication issues. Going to take it down for a few minutes and do a clean restart and some internal stuff to clear the ARP tables.
Or, or,
Be thankful you weren't Chris last night because 8 hours ago. Okay, I think I tracked it down the last issue. The clock on the new box was off and it was breaking
oh,
the authentication. Players would get in and a minute later get de-auth. 7 hours ago. On the plus side, now I know that we can recover from basically the worst possible case situation, a full quad node meltdown of server hardware. Sorry for the unscheduled downtime, but at least it happened at one of the lowest player count times, middle of the night on a Monday.
yeah. Well, you would think.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. I really want to know. It's like, what happened to the new box? And why are we using servers that are having so many issues? Because didn't Chris also like make this like blanket statement? Well, I never trust a server that's had an error before because that just means it's going to cause
all
more errors
sorts
in
of
the
other
future.
problems.
Yeah. So as soon as like one piece fails, I like to get rid of them all. And then Bridge Troll's like, wait, when are the high player count times? Bridge Troll being a troll. Yes. But yes, server is back online, obviously, as both Laz and myself are in. We're glad that the server came up. Definitely wish that it was on newer hardware that was under a warranty.
You think? What good would
Yes.
that do? What good
And
would
not,
that do?
yeah, yeah. I mean, what good would that do? Not fail?
For the life of me, I
Possibly.
can't find that video. I know I've got it somewhere. Just for the life of me, I can't seem to figure.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to find it.
Oh, you got to see Dallas with the coat hanger, man. It's just too funny.
Yeah. But yes, Shroud of the Avatar running on that server that's got some mice in it and a spinning wheel. Nothing but the best for you
Couple of
guys.
hamsters. All right. So anyway, let's jump out to YouTube. We got our good new buddy John Hall. Got a couple comments.
Wait. I need a link for YouTube.
These are on different posts. They're on the NBNN account.
Oh,
You really can't see them unless you actually go to each post. I get them in a drop down on my comments. So,
okay. Yeah.
hey guys, hope
Screenshot.
you're all doing well. Sorry I've not been on in a few days. Took a days to recover my sanity from video games in general. Glad to be back and now catching up on the news. That was 2 days ago. And then
Yep.
yesterday, he says, listening to your discussion on maps, I have a bunch of maps that are blank, but when I watch videos of specific zones, they have working maps. How do I get mine to show up? He wants to know. Well, John,
Oh man.
yes, let's talk a little bit about that and what you're seeing. More likely than not, but not, don't know this for sure. The videos you're watching are older videos made from a time when the actual soda map were functional and we were using, if you go to shroudedavatar.com/map, you will get the full soda map with all of those zones. So if you ever need a map, shroudedavatar.com/map. And
but not every zone has a map.
well, not the newer stuff. This was only for episode 1. And in this map, you will be able to see. Let me pull this over here.
Not even all the older episode 1 stuff has maps, though.
In Soda Map, everything that was there for episode 1. I mean, anything new they added after that.
Yeah, all the Jacob White provided maps are on Soda. Are there?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
so
2 or 3 additional maps were added after that.
Like over here in Quell, let's just see. Did we get the Quell Shardfall? Let's see.
Because Jacob White still had like 80 maps that he needed to do.
Like they added a Shardfall out here in the Quell area, which is not on the map, but that was added after the map was fully done. But for the most part, if you're looking for reference, a lot of those maps are actually available here on Soda Map. But problem is, Mist Render is not part of this map, which should now technically be located here on the map, which technically should be over here according to what they originally planned. But
the in-game map, that's the Atlas.
No, according to the original Lord British plan, the episode 2 was supposed to go to the east of us, not to the north of us. But the maps have had, and this is something that came up also on Friday's stream. People have asked, what happened to the new maps? Because many people know, let's see, does Owl's Head still have its plain old map that we... Now, here's a good reference. If you look at the Owl's Head map in game right here, and I'm going to go to Owl's Head on Soda Map as well, and you're going to see the difference between the two maps, and it's a blatantly obvious difference when I open these up. I can't really put them side by side. I'm just doing Upper Owl's Head here, and you'll notice that this is where we are sitting on the lot. And then we're going to blow this up on the other screen, and we're going to go over here. And this is what Owl's Head looks up like on Soda Map. And you notice there's a big difference. You can actually see the houses that are on the lots. You can actually see all the vendors. You can see text. And when you're comparing this map to this map, well, this map
Even
leaves a lot to be desired compared to, they took out
oh yeah.
all the markers, all the lot profiles, and again, side by side, I can't do that because the way my game is. But you can just see the difference. You can see the lots defined over here. You can see. Let me blow this up a little bit more. Yeah, you can
Well,
see all
it's
your
even worse than that.
NPCs, your guards. Yeah, all this
So,
stuff is here.
lads, it's even worse than that because if you look at the picture that I showed you, I shared in Discord of the in-game map of the hand-drawn loot variety map. It's
Oh,
also
the
got all the lots and everything else, including like vendors
and
pointed out.
these
And
were the original maps. This was like the first or
oh,
second
that's
iteration of
the
maps.
second iteration of the map.
Second iteration. Yeah. But they went from this to Jacob White's soda map, which was this. And then they made a change to what is now this one here. And of course, this one is going to be changed because if you've gone out into some of the newer regions, you'll notice that the map is. I don't think anybody has any of the original ones, Tina, because the original ones didn't even have this kind of detail in
Yeah.
them. They were tattered
Well,
on the edges. They didn't have everything fleshed out like you see here on uh, the
the
Atlas map.
first map that I can remember from like release 4, 5, somewhere in there, it was like, here's a mountain. But yeah, and it was much more cartoony.
Yeah,
Um,
but he's just saying that he likes the Atlas maps, just even this version of 'em at iteration 2. And again,
yeah,
maps have been an ongoing problem. Um, again, the developers purchased Soda Map, this map here, from Jacob White because it was such a phenomenal map with all sorts of features where you could actually go and add your own geo markers. You could add your own text to it. You could do all sorts of things in the map so that you could, you found something interesting and you want to be able to revisit it. You can just drop a little tag there and go, hey, I now know where that is. I can go back anytime. And at one point, there was actually a version of what I would call the old UO auto map where you could actually run a client on your side and have your party join in, and you could locate your party on the map as well as you were running around.
yeah.
But that never went too far. Jacob White never published that officially. Again, if you come up here, you will see. Let's click on more and about maps.
My power just flickered. Ooh.
And you'll notice that special name in there for special thanks for the support, Mr. Long himself, because we were the biggest supporters of Jacob White and getting his maps into the game. And we did a lot of testing. If you ever go out to my two towns, you'll notice that Snug Harbor and Journey's End are respectively mapped 4 and 5, I believe. So he used my towns as some of his starting towns to get, a feel for how mapping process works, and that's why I've got such low map numbers. Actually, let's go take a quick peek. Let me take a quick peek at that.
Oh yeah. You know what you couldn't do with those maps?
What's that?
Stealth.
Couldn't what?
Stealth. You couldn't
Stealth.
stealth. Yeah. God, I'm
What?
bitter.
What's stealth got to do with?
Necronut, man. Vulgar Display wants to stealth all over the map.
And Snug Harbor was map 5. Yeah, there it is. And then Journey's End. I don't know if Journey's End was 6. I know they were very early.
Well, Jackson was
Yeah,
like 10.
yeah. So
Perth was
map ID 5 and 6. My two towns were the 5th and 6th maps technically put in because again, we helped. And if you look, you can see. I was able to place markers for all the NPCs in the town. And these are hand placed markers on this map. Um, all the markers that you see here, I placed to say, okay, this is where everything is. This is where boats are. This is where interconnections are. And I should probably go back to Snug because that was probably a little bit more.
robust.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more information in it, and it's a little bit bigger town. But again, these actually started getting filled in. Portalarium at the time added the feature where when you placed a town, a lot and a house, it would automatically update that. Like over here, you'll notice that these are all empty lots. And if you notice that when I go over this, it says city lot owned by Lazarus, lot owned by Lazarus, empty lot, empty lot. That's interesting. That's an empty town lot, but that was Omen Crow. But again, you get the idea. These populated all by themselves because of the tech they put in. So I didn't have to go ahead and do that. And I love this feature. You placed a lot, and it shows you the outline of these are empty lots that are available in my town. If you want to come out, by the way, and you're looking for a place to live, I got lots. That's not. This is a party island. This party island is for rent for events. But things like this over here, I had to go and actually manually add these exits onto the map. These aren't normally listed on the map where the boats are. And this is the map that I still love to this day. Allowed me to actually name the roads in my towns, and all sorts of other stuff. So this, comparatively to what we have now, and of course, you know, this is just, there's nothing here anymore. No lots, no layouts. The only thing you see is the prefab buildings from what's baked in, as we call it, the stuff that the game actually puts in, the vendor stuff, the hard coded stuff. You don't see any of our lots up here. You don't see any of the vendors, except for they put these a couple in here, Upper Merchant Pavilion, but all these have merchants in them. There's no merchants. There's guards here. There's the banker and the guild registrar. I mean, it just leaves a lot to be desired. And then the new version, I'm not too thrilled with the new version. Yeah, Tina, I've often wondered the same question. Why did they buy it if they were only going to gut it? Because nobody did their research. While it was a wonderful, great tool, nobody knows how long it took Jacob White to make one map. And Jack, you want to tell him how long it took Jacob White to make one single map?
20 to
I
30
believe.
hours.
Well, no, it's about a third of that. It took 10 to 11 hours to usually make a single map. I don't know what it all was. And again, if you go up to the soda map and click more, it'll go ahead and I believe it tells you how it was made. Um, it's using RG map elements. It's using sketchy cartography, sketchy brushes add-on, Tolkien style map brushes, and he used the original Novia R17 map from Burco as his base palette, all credited in there. So a lot to do, and I guess when they found out that it took 10 hours to make a map, they just said, well, we
Stopped.
can't afford to pay somebody 10 hours to make a single map. So now what's happened is Ravlock has taken over maps. He's been away with some family business. For those of you who don't know, I'm not going to go into it, but he's got some stuff he's handling, and we wish him well. While he's handling all that, he's back home and in the middle of getting his crap all situated again. and he'll be back. But meanwhile, he was doing all the maps, and again discussed on Friday's live stream that people were asking about it, and Chris was like, "Well, I'm sure that other people can do it now. We should just get them started on it." And it's like, you think? I do think.
Yep.
Bridge Troll, no, is I think they thought they were, and they tried, and part of the automation, as I explained, adding in the lots and adding in markers. I mean, that was all starting to be automated. The problem was actually generating the maps. They were able to automatically generate the lots, automatically generate the NPC. They were all able to automate all that, but they weren't able to automate the creation of the maps. And that's
And
where,
Jacob White
yeah,
has moved on from Shroud of the Avatar. He moved on a
yes.
long time ago.
Well, he
And
had moved
well,
on.
the the other what's really interesting is that Unity has a ton of tools for auto map generation.
Well, that's what they're using now.
Um, with the ability to actually like mark things and do other things. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, so do we.
you always got to move on, man.
Moving,
Moving on
moving,
is an
moving.
evolution. You want to evolve, but yeah, I mean, it's one where it's like replace all. It's like we need one consistent mapping structure, not multiple different systems.
Yeah, and right now we're in a mismatch. Like if you go out to Mist Render, you'll notice that some of the new maps out there are of the new part, new type, and some of the so they're able to actually mix and match um, maps in the system, so that when you're going out there, but mostly um, when they changed over, a lot of the maps fell to the wayside, and a lot of places just don't have maps. And that is the long answer for Mr. John Hall out there. Yeah, thank you, Tina.
I quit paying attention a long time ago. So what are we talking about? Oh, you need one that works, not a half dozen that only sort of work. Yeah, that's something that we all want.
Absolutely. Yes, and
Okay.
again, I said that publicly. I'm just not going into what all that is. I do know what all that is, and again, our condolences for all that. But again, not his fault. But when somebody's got to take that time off, and that guy's been doing all sorts of work, you maybe should need to reassign that while that's going on, because again, this has been one of them things that's been ongoing for the life of this game, maps,
4
and
years.
yeah, plus.
Yeah. Well, you have to remember, it's like early on, every single scene had its own map that was built early
So
on. So that's why
early on, there weren't too many scenes.
4 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is maps in short. That's what's going on with that. And again, let's just make a decision here, guys. If you're going to get to the new map system, maybe you should take somebody and just tell them your job is to get all the maps done, and you don't do anything until all the maps are done. Not get 2 or 3 maps done this week, and then maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, you get 2 or 3 more done. How about we just get somebody on maps and get all the maps done? Because we've got these new scenes coming in, and it's really hard to navigate some of these scenes without an inkling of where you're going, what you're looking for.
No positioning whatsoever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no positioning. Whether you're, I mean, I guess you have your compass, which will tell you you're heading north, but for the most part, I want to know how much further north I have to go sometimes.
Where's the edge of the scene?
Yes. Now, of course, if you're a diehard, you probably still have some graph paper and a bunch of pencils floating around on your desk. Maybe even some hand drawn maps of some places that you like.
I
Yeah,
don't have
Tina. Yeah, that would be quite the interesting thought, right? You would think that the new Sheen should get maps created by the creator of the scene when they create it. Hello, here's the scene. Let me create the map before we publish it, before we put it out in the world, and now you have a map. Yeah. Now there was also, and I don't know if anybody's experienced it. There was some playing with the fog of war at one point in the maps as well. And you guys and gals may notice that if you go out to some scenes you may not have been into in ages, you still have your Wizardry 1 through 6 hand drawn maps in a box somewhere. I bet you do.
Lily. What are you doing, Lily?
She's attacking something. But I noticed in some of those scenes, you go out and I'm going, I know I've been here. I know there's a marker for this. And then as I walk up on a banker or a town crier, all of a sudden they appear on my map again. So apparently somebody found a way to do a fog of war without the fog, and you only
Without the war?
and without the war, yeah. And like entrances and exits to towns, and when you pass them by or come close enough to them, they become discovered, and then they pop up on your map, on your compass, whatever, wherever it shows up.
Yeah. So Laz,
Yes.
that's enough map talk, man.
No, it's
I know
not.
it's one of your I know it's one of your soapboxes and maps. We need maps.
I can probably fill the next 8 minutes that I need to fill.
Yeah. You know what? We had all this stuff related to
Yeah, it's
uh,
not going anywhere.
that that
Ain't gonna
we
be
were
another
talking
update on
about.
Friday, so we can just pick up on Friday and say, here's
Oh
Friday's
no,
release notes. Yeah.
we still have like this food system that we still have to get back to.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're gonna hit that today.
Well, it's because maps.
Yeah, because maps. All right,
Maps.
let's see. It just isn't this simple, though. Back when I was complaining about maps not being there, was a large group of players that were angry and didn't consider maps to be so important. Part of the problem is the variety of players and who gets noticed by
No,
Atos.
no. The problem is not that. It's one where tip me 1,000 bits. Oh, what did your comment say? That's the thing I'm going to work on next. Squirrel. So even though it's like we say that there's a plan, we've got this TikTok release, but it becomes squirrel. I'm not going to follow through with that plan because I decided whatever.
Well,
So you've got no consistency whatsoever. I mean, our avatars update from last week said, "Hey, we've got this new platform, and this is how we're going to do these things." Has that been followed through with?
nope. And again, I believe
At
if we
all?
go out there, let's get over to the avatars update real quick. Where did
I
he
mean,
say that?
all of that new release stuff.
Weekly
Uh,
updates and release cycle changes.
yes. So they're no longer going to be doing weekly updates. It's now going to be maybe once a month or whenever they decide to do something. The monthly releases, our monthly release schedule will continue. However, we'll be alternating what is provided by utilizing what we refer to as a TikTok concept. Um, has that been
That
followed yet?
Well, that's just
Well,
supposedly
I mean,
kicking in
it's like
now, but
well, it was supposed to kick in at the beginning of this release, but if that's the case, then you would have the release, no new updates until the next month, and then but it's instead already got 3 patches with more to come, um, followed by the patch notes to help players visualize what has changed in the game. Improvements have been made to our methods for providing updates to the patch notes. Okay. Was there an improvement to the way that they provided patch notes? Or was it the
didn't
exact same old method?
it looks like the same old to me.
Yeah. Um, then instead of like, hey, let's update this thing where it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh,
And for the life of me, though, that last sentence just tickles me to death because programmers.
by freeing up this additional time, we hope more players enjoy the increased amount of content fixes and improvements arriving in the future. um,
Last sentence.
uh, a bridge troll. I also do project management for a living. Um, I don't know about that.
Well, the last sentence,
Yeah.
as we continue to enhance this project, expect the notes to improve as developers become accustomed to formatting their submittal descriptions in a more visually appealing and informative fashion. I'm going to wish them a lot of luck on that. Yes, absolutely, Bridge Troll. Elgarian was a great improvement to the team and in streamlining a lot of stuff. But if he thinks that he's going to get these guys to make their descriptives and visually and informatively appealing like he does, I think he's asking for a whole lot from programmers. Um,
It
and again,
it
lots of love out there for Algarian, absolutely,
it's
and and
it's
the rest of the
all
team. It's just
it's all process.
focus. It's
Yeah.
focus. You know.
It, and at the it's all process and it's one where it's like consistency. I do know that for like my development team, we actually have a go no go meeting. And it's like, hey, if we have to delay something, we delay it. And so it's one where it's like, do we have something similar, which is a very basic system in place? Go, no go. No. Instead, it's like, we are going to publish. Um,
Publish or not to publish?
yeah. And you end up with, yeah, this is a project management issue. Um, and yes, and at not doing
A-
Tina's like problem
Tina,
is
absolutely. And
it
that's
looks
exactly
more like
why I'm
they're
pointing that out. That's exactly why I'm
ceasing
pointing
to
that
do
out.
functions. In my experience, programmers hate doing the management steps, but not doing them actually hurts output because one, you don't have a product that you're you're iterating live, which means that as you're iterating live, you're breaking things. Yeah. Tick tacky little shit that is so annoying after years of hearing things. Yeah. Um yeah, but project management, it's like, yeah. But consistency, we need it. Elgarian, yes, absolutely love him. But he was brought in as the community manager as here's the community stuff. Then he started learning some more Unity stuff, and now he's like, okay, um, let's do that. But
He's
what
evolved beyond the community manager and customer service because we've added a new CS who is handling that stuff. I know this because I have had chance to deal with the new
we,
CS
we've
person.
had one. Have we
Yeah,
had any further communication with CS person?
I've had no need, but the message I got was Elgarian's not doing this anymore. I'm handling it now, and it got handled promptly. And of course, um, I may be lucky. I don't know. It may be what we do, but anytime I've had a CS entry, anytime I needed to contact them, I've always gotten a response within a day or two, and I've always gotten prompt service, and I've always gotten good service.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely can't manage
Laney is the
the
new
time.
CS and
Yeah.
absolutely keeping up
Um,
on top of it. But again,
yeah.
if we're gonna move Elgarian out of that CS, out of that community manager, which I guess he's still holding, but it's a job I would never want. As much as I had thought at one point in my life I'd love to be a community manager for a game, when it really comes push come to shove, I really don't want the headaches and never would want those headaches. It's hard enough, doing other things. You would totally do it, BT. I don't know. Maybe I'd do it just for the experience, but you know, once you've been a game master, anything else becomes yeah, eh. I mean, once you've ran your own game, all that good stuff. And speaking of running your own games, let's jump on over to the announcement
Of Houston Dragon.
of Houston Dragon. Yes, Houston Dragon. I actually caught this on Facebook originally, but this made it out to the Ultima Codex and Houston Dragon.
Relaunched his old shard, Ultimate Legacy. So he rebuilt Ultimate Legacy. He had a bunch of stuff. He ran a shard for years, brought it, relaunched the shard last month. And John Hosey on Facebook, great guy. We met him at Hobloth.
Yep.
Hobloth.
Met him at Hobloth. I believe he was at
Dragon Con as well.
Dragon Con and one of the other events, SodaCon. Waldo with 100 bits. Thank you, Waldo.
Yep.
But yes, for those of you looking for that Ultima itch.
Yes, and you've also got UO Auto Map, UO Razor, UO Architect, and UO Landscaper.
I've still got copies of all this good stuff.
I've never heard of UO Razor, Architect, Landscaper.
Auto Map, Razor.
Well, yeah.
Razor is used to crack the
server.
Yes, it allows you to bypass the is a word for it I'm looking for and I can't think of it. Bridge Troll with 300 bits, thank you. That's gonna get you a mystery game key.
Ooh.
Let's see what Bridge Troll's got himself a copy of.
Yeah, but yeah, project management, and that's the role of the executive producer and associate producer, of which we have none anymore.
Officially.
So we don't have it anymore.
Officially.
Yeah. Yep.
Officially, nobody's got a title anymore.
That's true.
Bridge Troll's got himself a copy of Warhammer 40,000 Space Wolf.
Oh,
Warhammer 40,000.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
That's $17.99 on Steam. Thank you for your support. Bridge Troll, I tell you what, it's tough keeping up with you and trying to make sure that I don't give you repeats. But enjoy that game.
Hammer Barbie 40,000.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, Barbie's Big Swing. Yeah. It's something.
It is. But anyway, moving right along. Don't forget that NBNN Saturday Avatar Community Calendar, hosted on nbnn.info. and brought to
That's
us
right.
today by Torque.rocks. Don't forget, if you go up to NBNN.info, click the calendars link or just hover over it, you'll see several options, which is the regular NBNN Shrouded Avatar Community Calendar, Thorix Event Calendar, or the Shrouded Avatar Upcoming Events Calendar, all available on the website for you guys and gals to go ahead and check out.
Something like that.
As Jack is doing
Work.
project management.
Work. They're like, can you edit the release document or the release notes for something? It's like, yeah, I can do that eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we delayed a release. Ooh.
Why? Go or no go?
No, go or no go. And what was the decision? No go.
No go.
Yeah. And now it's like, okay, where's all the release notes? What all was there? But Barbie unlocked the key party. Yeah, so that NBNN Shroud of the Avatar calendar on nbnn.info, just click on that calendar button and look at the aggregated mess of all the Google public calendars related to Shroud that guy knows about. If you have a Google public calendar related to Shroud, talk to that guy. News at nbnn.info. He'll do something with it eventually. Don't send it to me because I don't know what to do. All times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it. We prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia time. Send all your nudes to nudes@nbnn.info so we can carefully curate those 2 minutes at a time.
It's
Monday
news,
through Friday,
news.
12s and 6s around the clock. Tune in your Ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia so you can listen to this train wreck that we call lunch on the daily.
That's right. Best train wreck on the internet.
Show called Lunch with Laz and Jack. Monday, 7 p.m. on WRFB is the 70s at 7, and at 10 p.m. on WRFB is the Wetgood Womb with Waz's Wed, where he covers some walk and roll history from 1946 to 1974. And that's our Taco Tuesday calendar in Shroud of the Avatar.
That's right. Barbie unlocked the key party.
Yeah.
And if you don't know,
who would have known that Barbie was a swinger?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you don't know what a key party is, well, look it up.
Don't know what you're talking about, man.
So don't know what you're talking about.
Did I tell you that one of our mutual friends actually sent me a Facebook message and said, "Are you an upside down pineapple?"
Now I'm wondering, which mutual Facebook friend might that be? Yeah. Anyway, You're tuned in to Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on nbnn.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News, catching us in replays on YouTube, on Twitch, on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. We don't care how you catch the show as long as you catch the show and get your information and your daily giggles with us each and every weekday right here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. Thanks to viewers like you, keeping us here 6+ years, bringing you the news 5 days a week here inside Shroud of the Avatar. We love you all. Thank you all for your support over the years. We do appreciate it. The Britannian Mining Company wants you. Come check out Black Rock Cove. If you haven't checked it out lately, go check it out. The Duke is on the move, and he's updating it, even adding new boats for teleporting around, as well as the town teleporters all over the place to make your shopping experience out at Black Rock Cove even more convenient. So go check them out for guild pricing across the board. Go to bmcguild.com/price guide. Check out what the prices are and what you should be paying for goods, a roundabout idea. And of course, don't forget, coming up this Sunday, there's going to be a general assembly open to the public, so go ahead and go check that out. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7 around the clock. Inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar, WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, Outlander Radio. ShroudMusic.com for your ABC file needs. Don't forget to check out Shroud Music for ABC files. And of course, if you make your own, you want to share some with the community, you can do that as well and upload some at Shroud Music. Torque.rocks, www.torque.rocks will bring you out to Torque's live stream when he is live. And of course, he's a German streamer here inside Shroud of the Avatar, and he'd love it for you to go out there, check out his stream, give him a follow. It'll make him very happy. And of course, he's got giveaways on his stream just like we do. He gives away gold, Kodos, Steam keys, and more on his stream, so go check him out today. And of course, last but definitely not least, Shroud Marketplace. The Shroud Marketplace is the place to go for all your virtual vendable goods right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. If you've got more money than time and you need to get your goodies, oops.
Oh,
Go to shroudmarketplace.com.
that's right. Go to shroudmarketplace.com, click on that register button, and buy anything and everything Shroud related, as long as it's not a bannable offense. Anything and everything from accounts, game gold, crowns of the obsidian, all the way to services. As long as it's not a bannable offense, you can buy it or sell it at Shroud Marketplace. If you want to start selling your stuff at Shroud Marketplace, you do need to click on that vendor registration on the left-hand side and then start listing your items. Yeah, like that 1 billion.
$1 billion.
Because time is money. Money is time. Some people have more time. Some people have more money. Some people have a little bit of both, but they want someone else to provide it to them. And then they go to Shroud Marketplace and sell it or give it up. Do
That's
things.
right.
But it is an actual marketplace. Each vendor is responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. So whenever you make a purchase from a vendor, they receive an email along with that money from PayPal, and then they deliver everything straight to you or through the in-game mail, depending
Absolutely.
on like people being online, things like that. But yeah, and then they update their everything and send it all away. And did you want to talk about that right now, and give everybody an update on that?
Yes, absolutely. Before we get out of here, don't forget going on through this Sunday is the Airy Fun Catnip Games charity auction. And
Yeah.
this is the bidding thread. I want to see what the actual highest bid is at this point.
Yeah.
And the highest bid is from Shaner Niner right now at $4,000. $4,000 for a Lord of the Isle account that's going to be auctioned off, and that's the bids. You can go here through Sunday and go ahead and place your bids on that. And of course, the Airy Fund is matching dollar for dollar up to $5,000, and we're almost at that mark. $4,000, which is now doubled to $8,000, going to a very good cause. So, Catherine Rose charity auction. And if you're interested in the Lord of the Isle, go check that out today. And of course, highest bid come Sunday night is going to be the winner. And then we'll match that up to $5,000. So it's all for a good cause. And you get a chance to get a Lord of the Isle cheaper than you could ever have gotten one. Well, it depends on how much that auction actually runs up. But yes, he predicts $5,005. Well, we'll see. We'll keep you updated as we go throughout the week. But got to remind you guys, keep it fresh, let you know that is happening out there. So again, the Airy Fund is matching up to $5,000. And we are proud to say that we are on the board of directors of the Airy Fund and happy to support that cause in its fullest. So we've done a lot of work. Back in our first year with the Airy Fund, we gave away almost $100,000 to people in need, avatars in need that first year. And I tell you what, there's nothing more like giving and helping when you really can't do much.
I'm Airy Fund employee number 2.
But
Yeah.
yes, absolutely a great cause. So don't forget to go out and get in on that. Of course, big shout outs to Waldo and Bridge Troll for their donations today. Thank you guys. Love you guys. And we do appreciate it. We got to wrap things up. But before we do that, we've got to close out those giveaways. I see Jack just closed his. I'm closing mine. We got to pick ourselves a winner. And our winners are
Hanodos.
Hubert, EK, and Hanodos. Hubert, let's
Got
see
himself
what
a copy
Hubert.
of Gift of Parthax.
Gift of Parthax.
Parthax. $7 on Steam, but yeah, you know what? You paid nothing for
Hanodos
it.
has got himself a copy of Heavy Burger. Heavy Burger.
Yes.
And that's $7.99 on Steam. Congratulations to you. And again, thanks to all of you folks. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody.
I got to get back to work.
We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.